We'll start the recording now by starting again with the soft drink amount. What we need to do to be able to calculate this amount is to look at the glasses of soft drink per adult and find out the overall amount of millilitres or bottles that an adult would drink. Then we've got to find out the amount that the kids would drink, and then we're going to round that overall amount up because the overall amount needs to be rounded up. You don't want half a bottle of soft drink. So in this particular situation, what we'll do is we'll use the roundup function as we looked at last time. And now we'll look at all the different things that we actually need to do to round up these values. So we can put in the first value, which is I8. So let's look at I8. What's I8? It's a glass of soft drink per adult. We'll times that by the amount per glass. And we'll times that by the overall amount of adults. So putting these all together, that's I8 times K8 times B4. And then we'll get the same amounts for the kids. So I'll say 3 times 185 times by 111. And what I've done is I've just put them all into one specific area. So we're adding all those adding all those values up. So that's the entire amount of millilitres of soft drink that we need. And then we'll divide that entire amount by the soft drink bottle. But that's not all. What we need to do is we need to round up this entire value to the number of digits. So as you can see, the first bit that we did was just creating a number. This is part of this complex functions element that I'm wanting to let you know about, that you can do all of this and it's just related to this number value. Then we need to find out the number of digits. That's 0. And we put this all together and we come out again with 338 for soft drink. But now it's not just a value that we've entered in by hand, it's a value that we've entered by updating all of the values. So if we change the size of the soft drink bottle, change the number of adults or kids, that will update the number of bottles that we have for soft drink. The other thing that I'd like to look at in this video is the notion of conditional statements. So that's an if statement. Now, if then else logic dictates that if a certain event happens, then we want to put something into a field, a value into a field, and if that event doesn't happen, we want to put another value into the field. So an example would be this free sake. If the value of the event total is greater than $5,000, we need to use give them a free sake. So let's see what we can do. We'll go here and we'll say, instead of typing in free sake, we'll say equals if the value of the event total, this value here, is greater than $5,000. Then we click on the comma and it says, what is the value if this is true? And if the value of this is true, if we want it to be text, we need to put it in inverted commas and we say, these guys get a free sake. And if the value is false, then we don't want it to say anything. So only show me value of free sake if it actually works. And if it's over $5,000. And so free sake will appear. I'll put this in a nice little red column. So what I'd like to do now is I'd like to actually test out whether this formula is working. So I'm just going to put in values, say 1 adult and 1 kid, and see if we get that free sake. Well, let's go to 1 adult. So it's still 19 grand. Still a lot of food that's being purchased. And I think the issue for that is that our food cost hasn't actually been calculated. So it is going to be a little bit difficult for us to test this out with the food not being calculated. So I could, just for the time being, just say that the event total might be 5, for example. If the event total equals 5, then we're not actually going to see a free sake. It's not going to appear. Now we'll just get rid of that for the moment and go back to the previous value. That's the overall event total, and the free sake value automatically calculates. What we're going to do in the next session is we're going to look at updating these food cost details and the haul cost details using a VLOOKUP field. And we'll see how we go from there. Thank you.